Hi friends, it's Liz here at Liz the Paper Project. Today I have a quick and fun one-page wonder project update. These, I've made them before. However, I have changed them slightly. I'm going to show you how to make them in this video, but I will also link in the description box below previous ones that I have shared that are slightly different. Just giving you different ideas of ways that you can make them and the different ways you can add things to them. As well, at the end of the video, I'm going to show you a couple of other ways of how I've made them and, you know, how you can change these ones as well. So to get started, this is a really fun and easy project. Like I said, added to my one-page wonders. I will have that playlist linked in the description box below, so you can, you know, get an idea of other things you can make with one page of a 12 by 12 scrapbook paper. So for the cover for this one, I was working on, like, you know, fall themed projects, and again, I did the same thing that I like to do, is repurposing and reusing junk mail envelopes. And I've shown you how I make these in different ways as well. If you wanted to check those out, we've got some journals that I've made with them, some flip out pockets, etc. So anyways, this one here just has a pocket on the front, and I've added a tag to that. Some of the items that I've used as well are from the new Maggie Holmes, oh my gosh, the new Paige Evans collection. And some of the elements and stuff that I'm using are from that as well. So you flip it open, and then you've got a little pocket or a tuck spot over here. Okay, and like I said, there's different ways you can make this, and I'll show you at the end after I show you how to make this one. You open it up here, and then you've got, you know, a space to tuck in some ephemera. This one I left open in case, you know, the person wants to journal and kind of have like a little secret journaling spot. But again, it's also a place to add more ephemera pieces if you wanted to. The center here, I've left it so that you can add a photo. So this would be awesome to share with grandparents or family and friends, etc. Especially for the holidays coming up, you know, getting something ready to add maybe to a gift. I would love that. This one on this side here, you've got two pockets, okay? And here I've just added some mason jars. So 2 pockets on this one. And another thing you could do if you wanted to continue embellishing, for example, I could have, you know, more things to tuck in, and you could just, you know, keep adding to your little pockets here. So you've got more places to embellish and decorate. And this also would be awesome to send in snail mail to friends. So you flip it over, and again, you could decorate this side of the pockets as well. On this side, we've got a tuck spot and then a nice large pocket space as well. So you can see that there's just so much potential to add photos and embellishments, and, you know, send this as flat as you can in snail mail, because that's also perfect. But of course, you can always add much more to it. All right, so I'm going to show you how to make this one. I'm also going to link in the description box below the ones I've made that are similar, but just different ways that you can maybe add the pockets, pages, etc. I've made a couple actually, and the reason I thought about this is because I have some that are holiday themed that are somewhat similar, and so I thought sometimes I need to see like a different theme or design to get more ideas, and so I thought I would share this. I hope you like the share. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to know when I have a video. Let me know what you think of the project. I absolutely love it. Yeah, let's get started. Okay, so you take your 12 by 12, and remember, if you have a pattern that faces a certain way, you'll have to keep that in mind when making this project. I like to mark my 6 inches on my scoreboard, because my cutter, for some reason, regardless of how I line it up, and if I think I'm lining it up perfectly, it always seems to cut off just, it's just a little bit off. So you take your 12 by 12, you cut it in half, and I think this one came out okay. So you take your 12 by 12 and you cut it in half, okay? You take your first piece, and we'll be making the same score lines for both pieces here. So you'll be scoring at 4 and 8. Okay. And then you'll take your second piece and do the same score. Now, I'm going to turn it on the white side so you can kind of see a little better. I'm going to take the score line on one end from the 3 to that first score line on the end. Okay, and we'll do the same on the other sheet. So we had scored at 4, at 8. I'm just flipping it for you to see, and then I'm scoring it here at the 3-inch mark all the way up to that first score line. And you'll see why in a minute. Okay, so we have our 2 sheets that we have scored at 4, at 8, and then we've gone ahead and done that center score line. So we'll just fold everything together. Okay, now where we have our score line, we'll cut on either side of that center score there. And I always say, if you're going to be starting to work on something, you know, use a piece of scrap paper that you're not too excited about, or, you know, if you make a little mistake, it's not a big deal. I'm taking the other sheet again, and I'm just cutting on either side of our score line. This way it just gives us a little bit of space when these pieces move, so that they don't sort of get stuck together. Okay, so now we're going to attach the mini album with the 2 pockets that are going to be in the center. So you could go ahead and make your notches with your circle punches if you want to. You don't have to make any notches on it. I actually like to use my envelope punch board, because it's just, I know that it's going to be exactly where I need it to be. So I'm just putting it here at the 1/2-inch mark, and then I know it's going to be exactly in the center of my pockets on both sides. I find that if you glue them together, so if I were to have attached both pieces together already, I would have had a more difficult time doing the punching of the notches. So I like to do this ahead of time. Okay, so now we're going to be putting together our mini album. And like I said, it's somewhat similar to the other designs that I have shared with you before. I think the first one I shared that was similar to this one was like 2019. I think that's the video that I shared. I will link that one below if you wanted to just get ideas on, you know, different ways you could put something like this together. Here I'm just trying to decide you know, where I want my paper to face, and really it doesn't matter for this one too much, because I will be covering it up with I'll be covering up the white spaces with some cardstock. Now here you can see I'm gluing on 3 sides, so basically making a U on each pocket, and then I'll be attaching it together. Now if you have double-sided paper, then you don't need to worry so much about which way your paper is facing, but I wanted to take advantage of the pattern as much as I could, so I left it on the outside, and then this way I can just cover up, you know, some of the white cardstock with my other paper that I want to use to coordinate. You could just leave it white. You don't necessarily have to cover it, but I wanted to cover it up a little bit. So here you see I'm folding it over, so this now becomes my cover basically. And then we'll fold it over the same way on the back, and then this one now becomes your back pages. And so this will be the part that I'll be covering up with paper, and then you open it up, you've got the pockets in the center, and this is how you've attached your album together. Now I'm going to clean up the pockets a little bit, because there's a little bit of you know, the white cardstock that's kind of peeking out on the pocket. Again, you don't have to do that, but I just kind of wanted to clean that up a little bit. And then of course, I'm also trying to decide, do I want a large pocket on the front or a large pocket on the back? So if I want a pocket on the back, I would fold it this way, and then this would be my pocket. and then I would leave this to kind of open up and flip out. So that's just, you know, the little things that you have to decide on what you want to do. I'm going to quickly show you the pocket and just how I'm going to make it and where I'm going to put it. But I'll clean this up right now, and then we'll do the pocket. Okay, so I decided I want the pocket to be on the back, so I'm going to go ahead and glue on 3 sides again. So the right, bottom, and left sides is what I'll be adding glue to. I don't like to use double-sided tape for these types of pockets because I find that it gets so sticky that when you put something in it, it actually gets stuck inside the pocket. So I like to use wet glue for this. I'm sure you could also use a glue stick if you wanted to, but I find you know, wet glue is best. I'm going to go ahead and cover the front and the inside page here, just so you can see once you've added it, you know, how it ends up looking. If I wanted to add more pockets, I would just add again glue to 3 sides of this piece of cardstock, and then I would have a pocket on the top, or I could, you know, make a pocket on the side if I wanted to. But for the purposes of the video, I'm just going to be covering it up just so you can see how it looks nicely finished. And then I'll be doing the same to the front cover. This is where you get to play with your leftover pieces of paper, you know, whatever different designs you want to use. And like I said, at the end of the video, I'm also going to show you just some quick, you know, ways that it looks when you finished it in with different papers, etc. So I hope you've enjoyed this quick tutorial so far. I will be linking below everything that I mentioned, the different versions of this mini album. I've done it a few different ways now, and I think so far I really like this one. What else did I want to say? Yes, I'll have the playlist link below, as well as supplies that I like to use. You know, in my Amazon shop, I will have those linked below for you as well, just in case you're interested in what kind of glue I use, etc. I should have put a little notch on the top of this pocket, but I'm just going to do it now. Again, this is something that if you want to do it, you can. You don't have to. But I think I just want to add a little notch there just to show that there is a little pocket there. All right, let me show you the different versions of how this can turn out with the different ways you can do it. So I wanted to quickly show you, you know, if you have double-sided paper, how it would actually look. So here again, I just decorated just the cover. For this side, I made a little belly band, and then I haven't fully done these, but you can add photos here, pockets, tuck spots like I was showing you before. You've got your flips again, so you can add tags, or even, you know, you could add a gift card actually. That would be fantastic. But do not add those MasterCard gift cards. If you haven't seen my posts on Instagram, check it out. Oh my gosh, do not buy those. Okay, so again, here you could do more things, but I left this one open so you could add more photos if you wanted to, and, you know, kind of use up the fact that it's double-sided paper, so you could have photos here, and here. Now you've got like a mini album with so many photos. And alternatively, again, this one is just on using single-sided paper. If you wanted to close it up here, like so, close this one up and make the pocket on the front, you could do that. So like I said, there's just different ways that you could kind of work this. You could also, if you wanted to, continue to add to it. So you could take your next one and kind of make it bigger. Isn't that nice? You could just keep going if you wanted to. Anyways, I hope you like this share. Don't forget to check out the One Page Wonders playlist in the description box below. Let me know if you like this video, this project. I'm coming up with so many more to show you soon. I've got some journals in a consignment shop that are coming up. And I've got some more fun embellishment projects. Let me know if you like embellishments as much as I do. I've started to make a lot for my albums and journals, so I think I'm gonna share some of those as well. All right, my friends, I will see you next time. Thanks so much for stopping by.